Welcome back to Meiburg's Garage. I'm Spencer.
I'm Nathan.
We're gonna be trying a new style of throttle spring, and we've also got the stuff to complete the steering shaft. So we're gonna try to do that in today's video. So for this new spring idea, I got this spring from work. We're gonna take some flat bar. We're gonna weld a little piece here somewhere. And this spring's basically gonna go through it. If that doesn't work, maybe third time's a charm on a throttle spring. But we're gonna try that, see if that works. We'll update you guys along the way. So what I'm gonna try to do is just cut off this part that we welded on for the other style spring and move it over to this side and see if that will give us the right spot for the pedal and if it'll work. So gotta cut this off. Let's do that right now. Alright guys, so now I'm going to weld this old spring frame to the new elevated piece. So it's going to be springing from the same level so it doesn't bend over and not become a spring basically. We don't want the spring to bend the pedal too far and then keep the pedal down. So it's going to be elevated up. I'll show you guys when it's done. It's hard to explain, but I'll show you when it's done. Let's get this welded, and hopefully version 2 of throttle spring will work. Let's see, because the other way seemed like it would work, but let's see if this way works. Should probably weld it on the bottom side too.
I also just subconsciously was looking at you and then just was watching you weld without a mask.
Oh, I do that so much.
Without even thinking, and I was like,
I was really watching, bro. He'll start like, ah.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright guys, so right here we have the other base of our spring. This one's going to be to there. I think is a way better spring for the pedal. It's not going to be in the way of the pedal because the wire is going to be on this side of the spring anyways. And yes, we know we have it on the inside. Usually it is on the outside, but with this design where everything is based off of the inside, we want to run the wires through the inside. So that's why we have the throttle wire and brake cable ran on the inside of the pedal. So let's tack this up.
You should have lubricated your hole since you're drilling metal.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
WD-40's right here.
Too far away.
We've all been there.
Alright guys, we got this plate here. It's going to hold the throttle cable, and then we're gonna cut a little slice in here to slip the throttle cable into.
Yes, sir.
We had it on voltage 2 instead of 3 because the metal is thinner, so it burns through it a lot faster. Alright, so we cut the slot that we needed here for the throttle cable to go through the pedal here. So I'm using some emery cloth, hoping that it'll open it up a little bit. Alright guys, so we have a plate tacked on here. So when the pedal reaches, it's just a smidge less than full hole. Nathan's gonna fully weld this through, but it's there so it stops pedal travel from too far. You ready to weld? Looking good. Alright guys, now that we're done with the throttle pedal and it springs back to where we want it to and the cable is all in place and that works well. Now we're going to work on the steering shaft, get that all mounted up with the support rod and everything. We're going to have to measure, cut. We got some things over here. This is our steering shaft. We got this 1/2 inch square tubing. That's going to be the rod to hold up the steering shaft. I've already got it clamped in here. We've got a little cylinder tubing right here that will be welded on top of here to hold the top of the steering shaft. So this is what the steering rod is gonna go through. It's basically gonna be like the top bearing type of thing. So we got this cut. We're gonna weld that together, and this is gonna be the shaft. All right, guys, we got this mocked up right here. Let's weld this thing. Alright guys, so we got this whole part up here welded up. So now we're basically trying to see where we want to cut the bottom of this to mount it so it's the right height, and we got to get the right angle to it. Whee!
I can't see where I'm at until I start.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, that was actually a really fun piece to weld.
Got ourselves a steering shaft. Alright guys, so we got this tacked on here. We're gonna weld all the way around. We were gonna bolt it, but then we realized there's no point in bolting it because you don't ever remove this. I feel like we need some like braces.
Yeah, exactly. I was assuming we'd put like braces like this, and like something like that. Because when you're turning it, and it's kind of hard to turn, you're going to be wrenching on that a little bit more to the sides and the front.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright guys, so this is where we're ending for the night. We got the spring done, we got the pitman arms most of the way done, we got the steering shaft support column done. So this thing's starting to look like an actual go-kart now. That's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Perfecto mundo. All I can think about is Hank Hill going the factory preset position. Am I recording right now? I am. Hi Cordell.
You should have lubricated your hole.
Too far away.
We've all been there.